About graduating. I'm excited about finally going off to college and being somewhere new, meeting new people, but at the same time I'm going to miss everyone here. Many of us have gone to school together since kindergarten and have a lot of memories that we share. I'd like to express my appreciation to the teachers and parents who have made our graduation possible. The teachers I have had have been wonderful. Not only have they been great as far as teaching has been concerned, but they've been great friends as well. My parents have also helped me a lot. They've given me the support I needed and were always there for me. I'd also like to thank all the parents of my friends. You've helped me in many ways and have always been willing to help me in anything I needed. As we go through life, we will have many ups and downs. There's a poem that I really like and it's helped me in times it got a little rough. And it's called The Race, and it's by D.H. Groberg. Quit, give up, you're beaten, they shout at me and plead. There's just too much against you now, this time you can't succeed. And as I started to hang my head in front of failures with the face, my downward fall is broken by the memory of the race. And hope refills my weakened will as I recall that scene, for just the thought of that short race rejuvenates my being. A child's race, young boys, young men, now I remember well. Excitement sure, but also fear. It wasn't hard to tell. They all lined up, so full of hope, each thought to win that race, or tie for first, or if not that, at least take second place. And fathers watched him off the side, each cheering for his son, and each boy hoped to show his dad that he would be the one. The whistle blew around his bed as if they were on fire. To win, to be the hero there, that was each boy's desire. And one boy in particular, his dad was in the crowd, was running near the lead and thought, my dad will be so proud. But as he speeded down the field across the shallow dip, the little boy who thought to win lost his step and slipped. Trying hard to catch himself, his arms flew out to brace, and amid the laughter of the crowd, he fell flat on his face. So down he fell, and with him hope, he couldn't win it now. Embarrassed, sad, he only wished he'd disappear somehow. But as he fell, his dad stood up and showed his anxious face, which to the boy so clearly said, get up and win the race. He quickly rose, no damage done, behind a bit, that's all, and ran with all his mind and might to make up for the fall. So anxious to restore himself, to catch up and to win, his mind was faster than his legs, he slipped and fell again. He wished he'd quit before, with only one disgrace. I'm hopeless as a runner now, I shouldn't try to race. But in the laughing crowd, he searched and found his father's face. The steady look that said again, get up and win the race. So he jumped up to try again, 10 yards behind the last. If I'm to gain those yards, he thought, I've got to run real fast. Exceeding everything he had, he regained 8 or 10, but trying so hard to catch the lead, he slipped and fell again. Defeat, he lay there silently, a tear dropped from his eye. There's no sense running anymore. 3 strikes, I'm out, why try? The will to rise had disappeared, all hope had fled away. So far behind, so error-prone, closer all the way. I've lost, so what's the use, he thought. I'll live with my disgrace. But then he thought about his dad, who said he'd have to face. Get up, and echo sounded low. Get up and take your place. You weren't meant for failure here. Get up and win the race. For winning is no more than this, to rise each time you fall. So up he rose to win once more, and with him commit. He resolved that win or lose, at least he wouldn't quit. So far behind the others now, the most he'd ever been, still he gave it all he had and ran as though to win. 3 times he'd fallen, stumbling, 3 times he rose again. Too far behind to hope to win, still he ran to the end. They cheered the winning runner as he crossed the finish line, first place. Head high and proud and happy, no falling, no disgrace. But when the fallen crossed the finish line, last place, the crowd gave him a greater cheer for having finished the race. And even though he came in last with head bowed low, unproud, you would have thought he'd won the race to listen to the crowd. And to his dad he sadly said, I didn't do so well. To me you won, his father said, you rose each time you fell. And now when things seem dark and hard and difficult to face, the memory of that little boy helps me with my race. For all of life is like that race. race with ups and downs and all. All you have to do to win is rise each time you fall. Quit, get up, beat, and they still shot on the face, but another voice within me says, get up and win the race. At this time, we all face many big decisions that will affect the rest of our lives, such as whether to go to college, work, or get married. I hope that everything works out for the best and that we all will make success in everything we do. Just remember to never give up. And I wish everyone the best of luck.
Springfield News Leader All-Star Academic Team nominee. Robert Dempster, Missouri Southern State College Regent Scholarship.
It is my privilege to introduce each graduating senior. Congratulations for 4 years or 12 years of hard work. Corrine Marie Goodman. Deanna Marie Wright. Shonda Rochelle Owens. John Eric Adamson.
Well, I just have to take a moment, review this, and realized Kurt was good enough to get Corrine's graduation on tape. So I'm just wanting to show a little and tell. What we didn't get on there was the fact that all the family was there to watch. I mean, Tim was there, you know, with the school board, so Tim and Debbie and all the children, there's 7 children, and Kurt and Kathleen and their 6 children, and Forrest and Stephanie and their 4 children, and Julia and Calvin and their 5 children, and Calvin's father, Brother Bateman, and of all things also was all of Debbie's family. They are just one by one now slowly moving to Missouri after 16 years with no family. So there was her mother and dad who have moved and starting a restaurant, and Barbara and her husband and children moving from Arizona, and Luann and her husband and children, and Russell and his bride, and seems like there's more. There's more still coming anyway. So well, her family's gonna one day end up. But anyway, they were all there. We had a nice dinner cookout or potluck before we left for the graduation ceremony. So that was quite a crowd. And then I noticed behind that on here, we had the Easter picnic that we have each year with all the family there. So that's just a bit of the life that's going on in Missouri. And as I write this, I'm seeing Forrest is out in the field there, cutting the clover, or whatever that is out there. I can hear the motor running. And Dad is over here. Looks like they're unloading the tractor. And it's been so cold and miserable. We're going to get the garden in. sunshine. I haven't had any sunshine yet. Or anything but rain for so long. It's going to be a dry day outside. Here is Bill, our lovely home in Batesville, Missouri. And there flies the flag, still waving brightly, which makes it complete to have our flag waving. Our home is the loveliest home to us. The peaceful home we've ever lived in. And no doubt the reason is because Gerald's estate is a patriarch. Blessings that goes without compliments fill this home and this land with just wonderful, wonderful peace. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. The leaves are just getting out good after this horrible, horrible winter. These trees are looking, they've been froze back so much that this wet, wet winter, they don't know if they're going to make it or not. And I've got all my little flowers planted and ready to enjoy them, and the rain has about knocked them all down. I don't know if you can even see them. But they're coming. Our faithful car of 10 or 11 years is still there. Buick. And here's all my flowers. I've got in pots here. And here is little Heidi Ho. Lauren and her daddy out here on the truck. Fence, we're so proud we just got that Boston down. We've been so busy getting this in here to replace a daily white fence that had fallen down by the house. It's so lovely. There'll be so much work to get it in. Tractor getting our garden in. Kathleen's been over and planted several rows, but we get flooded out each time. So he's working one more time. Just get up. He'll get busy. On May 16th, I'll be now. He's going to plow up one more time, and then we can plant. And I am so excited because for the very first time, we have strawberries. We nursed the strawberries year in, year out and lose them or something, but this year, we finally got the strawberry plants going. And I went out this morning to pick fresh strawberries, so excited. Having so much that. Gerald!
That'll be
Fredericksburg, Idaho, beginning in January of 1995. Clayton will be majoring in computer science. Clayton Hatch. Matthew Ryan Fretcher. Guy. Dustin Wade Dean. Terry Wayne Dunn. Leslie Lee Allard. Chris William Finley. Alan Wayne Mitchell. The class of 1994.
The garden, and I wanted to record Dad and Kathleen are planting and all the talking and the enthusiasm about this garden that was going in while all the twins and Melissa was up in the magnolia tree, and Jared was in here helping Grandpa and sneaking strawberries as fast as he could, and now none of them's here. So all the enthusiasm and planning that was going on as they planted that garden, I should show it in a few weeks when it's overrun with weeds. Now Grandpa's got Jared out there teaching him, giving him a driver's lesson, teaching him to drive. And now here's some little vixens up in the tree, the trampoline's down below, and I think it's Can we see who's up there? Say hello to the cameraman.
Can we jump down to the trampoline?
No, speak to me. Remember, someone jumped down from there and broke their arm?
Okay.
Remember that? You hear those little magpies up in the tree? Let's hear that pretty song. Here's the big day of Jared gets to drive the tractor. His first time to drive the tractor. So there comes the tractor driver. So here comes more kitties. These kitties are over here. Let's see, who do we have here? One of those. And over here. Let's see, who's over here? Working again on that garden. Here's Melissa and her friend Lauren. These girls are busy. All these are so busy making crafts. We're all celebrating their birthdays.
We're all concentrating on stuff.
I don't know if this is recording, but this is a fun day. This is celebrating everybody's birthday. And
Oh, I'm
all
sorry. I thought you were throwing it away. No.
look up at me, Kathleen. Look up and smile. Turn around and look at me, Julia, and smile. I'm not going to take you back. Now, who's behind you, Stephanie or Debbie? Debbie, look at me and smile. And now, where's Stephanie? Stephanie, turn around and look at me and smile.
I'll show my best side.
Now, oh, and the grandmother is here overseeing it all, and she made hers, and she's all through making her wreath. I want to take a picture of these wreaths when they get them all done.
Never mind. I'm on the other way 'cause I don't have it.
When you get them done, then I want a picture of them.
Bring it back.
Yeah.
There we go. Look at that, boy. And she did it all by herself. Stephanie didn't hardly help at all.
Or Julie or
And look at others anyway. Now we're getting ready to.
I said, get you some soup, girls. Well, you might be there forever. Yeah, go ahead and do. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to dig out the soup.
We got the priesthood holder, Brother Bateman. Just gave us a beautiful prayer on the blessing on the food. And these girls.
We even get to eat off her china. Aren't we?
Yes, and you're in luck, because when you eat off my china, you don't get to do dishes, so.
Uh-huh. No, two. If you ate off my china, there'd only be two of us eating.
I do that all by myself. Yeah. I'm trying to
Dear Debbie, she's finally eating.
Finally. Oh, stop.
find it. Okay, now, girl. Okay. Look at here, all these flowers these girls made. This is their birthday for this year. Julia's going to display hers. Oh, you haven't glued it? How come?
I just did finish filming.
Well, do something so it'll.
I like that flower.
See?
Okay, that's good. Put
Okay,
it
there's.
that way now.
Now who's? Come on, Debbie, it's your
You
turn.
can't
You
cut
didn't
your
get in
cake.
it.
How did you end up having it like that? I did mine wrong.
Oh, look at
The
Debbie's
juice- oh, yeah,
here
it wouldn't be
too.
like that. I was thinking
Debbie
she
did
just-
hers. Come on, Debbie, let me see you. That's not fair. I don't see you. Get your face around here.
You've
Come
seen
on.
me long enough.
No, I haven't seen you at all. I can just see an
Oh, I'm
eye.
peeking it. You can't see me, but I'm going out like this.
Never mind.
That one there.
Is that one mine?
You're not even sure which one's yours. Well, I tried to make it as nice as I could for you. Do you think it looks good? I've been working here trying to teach Stephanie how to do this.
I wouldn't have known how.
Day, October 24th, 1994. And this is Grant's brand new whatever with Jacob on it. And there's Lauren. These are the ones that helping with the shipping. Lauren, look around and smile at Grandma. Hurry. Yeah. Okay. Here's some of the kettle. I wanted to show our kettle in here, but I'm not getting any. We've got bar box kettle, Forston's Thames, and our kettle. Okay, here we go. I think what I've got now, I'm not sure. The camera's probably the colors, the ones I cut out. Who knows? Some of them look too good for that, though. Oh, good grief. Well, there's Forrest Edward. I just wanted a picture. We got some of our horses here. About 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, not counting women and children. 12 cows. Hey, there goes the little. Look at me, Jacob. Jacob. Hey, Jacob, look around. He's headed off. And never mind. More cows. Trying to get Mr. Goodman. I can't see him in this mess.
Look here.
Just want to show he's here. Oh, and here's some little cherubs that are here helping with the roundup. Who is that young man? Is that Spencer William Goodman? And Lauren and Jacob Goodman, call cousins and friends. More kettles. Awesome. Good looking Charlie. All uniform. I run out here in my camera. And they've been loaded up and gone. But these look good. I guess they came from teams. Over at as always, weighing the calves. He weighs about 5'8" this year. Not as good as we'd like.
They go play volleyball or go play volleyball. Whenever I've gone over there, it is very structured and scheduled. And she's got people coming on. It must be seasonal. Training. Well, I mean,
And there's a little girl just got off the school bus. And there's another little girl just got off the school bus.
oh, and there he's talking to the. Oh,
And here comes someone else. Here comes Sadie. Candid camera. Candid camera, one more cowboy. We've been all day long.
Hi.
I thought I was getting Uncle Tim and I was getting Uncle Forrest, huh? Anyway, they're all here. It's the shipping, the last of the shipping. The last of the shipping. Had it off all this time. But it's getting better. Kids are playing in the autumn leaves. The last of them. See, the trees about bare. They've got them all. And are they having fun? There's some of them buried in the leaves. Okay, get your heads out of the leaves. I'll see who's under there. Let's see. Hurry before my camera runs out of film.
Grandma, come over here and see.
Hurry. Fast before my camera runs out of film, hon. I can't see you.
Come on, Grandma, just take your
Get your head up real quick, you guys, before this thing quits.
take your head up and turn.
Hey, look at that. Look at that. Come on out of the leaves.
My turn to be buried.
Okay, Aaron, that's it. You get buried now. You the one who raked up all these leaves.
Bury me.
Oh, they're having fun. They're grandmas today, you know. Are we having fun? This is November the 15th, I think. 1994.
I'll rake your hair.
Missouri on Highway 96 over in Lawrence County can't help but notice this tractor parked out in the field of the Landers farm. Yes, they've gone nuts for the Miller Cardinals, who go for a state championship on Friday here in Springfield.
Oh, they've just been super. I think when we went to Adrian, we had more people than they did. They really love it.
That's Miller head coach Jim LaSalle, whose Cardinals upset the #1 team in the state last week, Adrian, a triple overtime thriller.
Well, we knew that if we was going to play this week, we had to win.
Which they did, and added to previous victories over Thayer and St. Louis Brentwood, sends Miller into the state title game against Tarkio at noon on Friday.
Well, they're going to be a quick club, much similar to ours as far as size-wise go. They're going to pass a lot on us, and they're going to have 9 guys swarming to the ball on defense.
And that's a mirror image of the Miller defense, led by
Corey Landers, defensive end. He's had 17 sacks this year. And our inside linebacker, Bo Hurst, is averaging 8 tackles, either solo or assist.
The highly effective Cardinals offense is led by senior quarterback Michael Peruz, along with his 2 workhorse running backs.
Brian Bullard has 1,125 yards, 22 touchdowns. And my other halfback is Daniel Goodman. He has 715 yards and 6 touchdowns.
And when the Miller Cardinals return home on Friday from the Plaster Sports Complex at SMSU, they'll know whether or not that sign on the Landers farm was a Thanksgiving prophecy. And here's the schedule for Friday's title games in Springfield. Miller versus Tarkio. They'll kick it off at 12 noon at the Plaster Sports Complex. And then Randy Morrow will bring the undefeated Warsaw Wildcats, the defending Class 2A state champions, into town to take on a very good Monroe City team. That's at 3 o'clock. Great football coming up on Friday here in Springfield. For the Ozarks, a day of triumph and heartbreak. Here's Joe Hickman.
This is a day I've waited for all my life. This is better than a dream.
For running back Ryan Bullard, the Miller Cardinals, and the entire town that turned out to support them, this will be a day they will never forget. Miller's first ever state championship.
I told them yesterday that some of their grandpas were wishing they could play in the state finals, and they were playing for them, and they came out and did super.
The 5th-ranked Cardinals were in control the entire game over 3rd-ranked Tarkio, Bulliard, who rushed for over 1,000 yards this year at Miller, broke loose 62 yards for this touchdown, which proved to be a major swing in momentum. As moments later, on Tarkio's first play after the score, Bulliard came through again, recovering an Indian fumble, leaving Miller only 31 yards to go for their second touchdown in less than 4 minutes. Daniel Goodman going the final yard for a 14-0 lead. It was Miller's defense that really made the difference, though. Tarkio's run-and-shoot offense only got past midfield once, and they turned the ball over on 3 of their first 4 possessions in the second half, one of which led to Goodman's second touchdown and the final 20-0 margin, bringing the small town of less than 1,000 the Class 1A state championship.
The community, of course, has been amazingly coalesced behind the team, and it's a great thing to see, especially in a small town. It's kind of a dying way of life, and to have it all come together again, it's wonderful.
And it's just now starting to record. I didn't have it on record. There's the man with the new shoulder, just home from the hospital, a week of convalescent. And then here is the nativity set that Stephanie made for us. Christmas with the Goodmans is starting. We just got Clayton at the airport. He's flown in for Christmas. Now I'm going to get him. There he is.
Yeah.
Mama gonna go to bed. Huh? Mama gonna go to bed.
Well, I'll give you time to use the bathroom and get dressed.
I'll use the bathroom.
No, go ahead, I said. You already did.
Look at the trunk they brought. All kinds of Christmas gifts for everybody.